Hello everybody and welcome back to Southeast by Midwest. I'm Cassie and today we are going to be doing the Origins GinZing skincare review. So a couple of weeks ago I posted my first impressions of this and now it's time for the review. So if you want to know what I think of these products and the eye cream that I'm not holding, just keep watching. Always here on Southeast by Midwest, before we jump into talking about these products, we always disclose. And the disclosure for this post is I was sent all three of these products by Influenster in conjunction with Origins to facilitate a review. However, as always, all opinions are my own, just like with any other post. So now that we've gotten through that, let's jump into talking about these products. I learned my lesson from previous videos. Well, you may or may not have seen it yet, but I'm looking at you, the Pixi Summer Care Essentials, and I'm going to discuss this in order of operations. So we're going to talk about the cleanser first. Now, this is the Origins GinZing Refreshing Scrub Cleanser. Basically, it's got like grapefruit and lemon in it, and it is supposed to kind of energize you, wake you up, and it's supposed to be, they're all three supposed to be formulated with like coffee, although you can't smell it, but that's what they're supposed to do. So with this, I actually found that the grapefruit, the citrus scent was very like invigorating and energizing when using it. So my favorite time to use this is in the shower in the morning, because the steam of the shower just kind of helps get it going, and I'm kind of very awake and refreshed. I noticed that one morning when I used this in the shower, I was very kind of ready to go through the day. I didn't get drowsy. I was just boom, 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 cracking things out. But then one day that I didn't, which I did not have that same kind of upbeat attitude. I had forgotten this, so I didn't use it, and it kind of reflected. So that kind of citrus scent really does help. As for the cleanser itself, it is a gel-based cleanser, and it kind of has like a kind of a thicker consistency. It's not real liquidy. And then the little beads inside aren't super rough tucked inside of that gel. I find that the gel kind of keeps the product from running everywhere, which is a problem I have with cleansers. Now, because it's more of a thicker product and it does have the beads, I do not use this when I'm going to use my Clarisonic. Instead, I go to one of my more kind of liquidy cleansers, like my Philosophy Purity Cleanser or something like that. I do not use this with my Clarisonic because I don't want it to tear up the brush head or the motor. I don't know if it would, but I don't want to risk it, if you know what I mean. I find that the beads inside of this do a great job of exfoliating without over exfoliating the skin, which some products that have those kind of like exfoliating beads in them can do. So I really, really like that. As for the after feeling of the skin, I find that my skin has been feeling very hydrated, super soft from using this. And actually, I would repurchase this when it runs out if I had the money. Now, if I don't have the money, I'll go with a cheaper one until I do have the money, but this would definitely be a repurchase. Next would be the Origins GinZing Refreshing Eye Cream to Brighten and Depuff. This says apply in the AM as needed, so you wouldn't want to apply this in the evening. One thing I did like about it is it does have that little lid. I kept that little lid to make sure that everything stays nice and clean. A little bit goes a long way with this product. As you can tell, I have been using this since I got it, and I've hardly made a dent in it because I use what's on the lid instead of dipping into the pot. And every time it goes back on, it pulls and more, it pulls a little more off. But because you only need a little bit goes a long way with this. It's, you know, taking a while to go through. I'm actually more worried about this like drying out or losing its potency than I am about running out of it. So that is like one of the only issues that I have with it. The other issue I have is that it can take it a while, especially if you grab too much, to absorb into the under eye area. It is a bit thicker, so it takes a bit. And it has more of a kind of makeup scent than a skincare, and it really doesn't have the citrus scent that the moisturizer and the cleanser do. It is very refreshing and hydrating on the under eye area. So it does what it is supposed to do, but it does have some flaws to it. That being said, I would repurchase this due to the fact that it is one of the only eye creams that I have found that actually really does anything. I have found that in most cases when it comes to eye creams, it's just really kind of gimmicky and nothing really actually happens. But with this one, I found that I guess it's because of the color of it with that kind of pinky kind of undertone, it really does kind of hydrate and it kind of brightens. As a matter of fact, on days that I wear this, I can get away without wearing any color corrector for my under eye circles. So it's kind of like combining two steps in one. I get the moisturization on my under eye area, and it also kind of cancels out the dark circles, so I don't have to do it later on in my makeup routine, which if I'm not going to be wearing makeup that day is an even better bonus. The last product is the Origins GinZing Energy Boosting Gel Moisturizer. And according to this, I believe it says it on the box, it can actually be used in, apply AM and PM, it's on here. So it can be used in the morning and the evening, even though it says that it's energizing. It has a great scent. It has a light citrus scent. It's not as heavy as the cleanser. And again, it's another one of those ones where I have been using it since I got it, but I only pull a little bit off of here. I work it in between my hands and then I apply it to my face, and I try not to dip into the pot, like I try to scoop out. So not a lot is missing. This is very lightweight on the skin and is not heavy at all, but it is very hydrating to the point where, and I guess it's the gel consistency of it, I have found that I don't need to wear any or add any oils to this. Now, a lot of my other moisturizers, and I guess because they're so heavy, I tend to add a Paula's Choice oil booster to it, and like I use it with the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream that I will sometimes use when I need like extra hydration. But I find that one, I don't need to add it to this because of the consistency, and two, the level of hydration I get out of this, I don't need to add to it for that. And I still get that same kind of glowy look that I would if I had added an oil to another moisturizer. So really, really love this. I would actually say, again, this would be a repurchase. And I actually like this more than any of the products. This would be like the top one. My final thoughts for the Origins GinZing skincare line is that I highly recommend this for, I would probably say, all skin types. I don't know on the moisturizer if oily skin people would have an issue with it like breaking down or anything like that. So I highly recommend you going to like Sephora and getting like a little sample first if you have oily skin. But my dry skin people out there, I love this, and I have like severe dry skin, you guys know that. So I highly recommend all three of these products. As I said, the eye cream, while it has its flaws, it's really one of the only ones that I've seen actually do anything. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification so you don't miss any of the videos I put up. Make sure to follow me on the social media link down below so you don't miss any behind the scenes kind of things. Also, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter so you don't miss any posts or anything like that. Make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me what your favorite skincare item is. And until next time, bye!